Alrighty, what is up, everybody? What is going on? Welcome, my friends. How's everyone today? Hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday, May 21st, 2019. And ladies and gentlemen, today's a new release day. Get hyped for new release, right? Alright, so I am Darkside Phil. I welcome you to the first of two gameplay streams that I'll be doing today. Full day of gameplay streaming for all of you. And despite some setbacks and some uncertainty last night, it indeed looks like today I will be checking out Team Sonic Racing. I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous about today. You know, typically, when a new release is coming out, especially on PlayStation Network, either it's available for pre-order, alright, which means you can pre-order it and preload it onto your PlayStation 4 console, okay, or typically around 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is around midnight Eastern Standard Time, the game becomes available for full purchase and download onto your console. Well, in the case of Team Sonic Racing, which is today's new release, neither of those stood true at all. The game was not available anywhere. It wasn't even listed on PlayStation.com as a game that existed. And it was actually the same for Xbox Live as well. So it made me a little nervous. I was like, I know this game's supposed to be coming out, and I definitely wanted to play it, being that we've got two big high-profile racing games in the next month. We got this one today, and then in about a month's time, no lie, it's the 21st of June, we've got Crash Team Racing, okay? So, we got a lot of stuff going on with racing. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to blow my nose because people are complaining. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Much better. As you guys can hear, I am still getting over this stupid cold. I've had it for about a week now. And technically, I mean, it's over. Like, I don't really have any other symptoms besides this lingering, nose problem. Even having a little bit of a tickle in my throat, throat congestion has kind of almost all gone away, which is a good thing. But a little bit of lingering nose congestion and everything, so every once in a while I may have to blow my nose here today. Not much I could do about that, okay? Alright, so, yes, finally, it was released this morning at like 9 a.m. Team Sonic Racing appeared on the United States PlayStation Network store, so I was able to jump on there around 9:30. I jumped on, I checked it was there, and I downloaded it, so we're good to go for today. Don't know what the heck happened here with them taking their sweet time getting this out. Now, this was only a $40 release, and, I mean, I guess that's kind of a good thing. It'll probably entice more people to play it, but it kind of makes me wonder, if the game was only $40, is it a bare-bones release? Well, is there not a lot of content in it? I've heard there's 15 different racers, but I don't know much else about the game. I don't know if it has a full-fledged story mode. I don't know if it's just, like, different circuits like Mario Kart usually does. I'm sure it has online play, but I don't know if it's just online straight-up racing or if there's other modes as well. So I'm not sure. Like I said, having a discounted price tag kind of makes you wonder, did they just think that an arcade-style racing game like this wouldn't sell in the modern era, especially because it's Team Sonic, or is it just that they knew that there wasn't enough content to warrant a $60 new release? I don't know. You know, we're going to actually find this out together starting today. That's one of the cool things about me being a variety streamer is we check out, stuff that's outside the box like this, and we get to explore the games together and see exactly what they are and what they entail. Okay? So, This should be interesting. I hope you guys are excited for the premiere of Team Sonic Racing today. Now, I am going to be doing this at 1080p, 30 frames per second. I don't know if the game runs at a full 60 frames or not. From watching the footage on Twitter, I couldn't figure it out. So, I think we'll just do this, and then if people complain, oh, the frame rate's too low, we can always go to 720p, 60 frames, but I think that 30 frames is fine, especially for a racing game like this. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, okay? Alright, so 4 hours of Team Sonic Racing today. We're going to see how this goes. Hopefully the game has enough content to, hold us over and have a lot to do in the game. We'll find out today firsthand, alright? Later tonight, my late night stream is going to be Minecraft. And if you have been watching the past few weeks, you'll know I've been through some pretty extensive amount of setup trying to get one of these new villages, after the update that happened about a month ago now, trying to get one of these new villages to basically get set up so that I can do commerce with these villagers and have them level up and get bigger and better items from them, to help with my survival journey. Hasn't been an easy path. It was a pain in the ass to just find a village that was functional first. I found out that the old village that I'd been to previously was not set up to be the new kind of village. Then I found the new village, but all the villagers had committed suicide by jumping off a ravine. So, it was pretty much, to some extent, just annoyance. A lot of annoyance trying to get this going. All right, I'm sure there's other people playing Minecraft, and they had the village update, and they've already, from the get-go, were able to find a new style village and immediately start doing all the things that I've been trying to do. I've been having a rough time, okay? Alright, so, on tonight's stream, what I'm going to be doing is building defenses around a village. I started doing this last stream. I didn't get too far. And it is going to be a daunting task because the village itself has a lot of different elevations around it. It's got a big cliffside. It's got water. It's got a lot of shit around it that I'm nervous that enemies will still be able to sneak over a fence or whatever that I'm building. Okay? So, I'll do my best today to try to build defenses around the town. We'll see how this goes. Alright. And then, what I'm going to try to do is craft the new benches that are needed for these villagers to start doing their new jobs and start leveling up and the like, okay? So we'll see how it goes tonight. 2 hours of chill Minecraft. Hope you guys will join me for that later tonight around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Alright? Tomorrow, as long as everything, goes according to plan today, and as long as Team Sonic Racing ends up being a game that has content enough to support another major stream, I'd like to do Team Sonic Racing again tomorrow. Okay? I don't know if it is. That's the thing. We're going to find out today firsthand, is there enough in the game to support another stream? Okay? So that'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow night, it's going to be my weekly session of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royale gameplay. I always love doing this. It's a more interactive stream than anything else. And that should be fun tomorrow night's late stream. Okay? Then Thursday of this week is my day off. When I get to spend time with my wife, and we get to go out and do some stuff together. So Thursday I am off from streaming. All right, but I'll be back on Friday. Friday is going to be an interesting day, everyone, because I'm going to attempt to complete 2 ongoing playthroughs this Friday. First, I'm going to try to wrap up Days Gone on the first gameplay stream. From what people are telling me, it's probably about 3 to 4 hours left in the game. So, I'm going to do my damnedest to try to finish that up and wrap it up for you on the first gameplay stream. Okay? If I finish early, I'm going to switch over to Rage 2. And Rage 2 also will be the late night stream that night. From what I'm to understand, there's only like 2 major story missions left in Rage 2. Although I have been enjoying doing a few of the other side missions. Like right now I'm involved in taking out 2 outposts that'll unlock an arc in the middle of the Dunes desert. So I'll probably be doing a mixture of content there. So yeah, my goal for Friday is to beat both Days Gone and Rage 2 and wrap up both playthroughs. That would be ideal. If I could finish them both, that would be perfect. That way we don't have 2 lingering ongoing games and we can wrap up the stuff that's been going on over the month of May. Okay? Now, after those are wrapped up, what I'm going to plan on doing is obviously play more Team Sonic Racing if there's more content to support it. And I am going to be doing some more Mortal Kombat 11 streams where it's going to come back to the main daytime stream, and I'm going to be trying out new characters. So this means I'm going to be trying them out in tutorial mode, doing their arcade ladders, all that, and then going online with them. You know, everything that I was doing previously a couple weeks ago in my ongoing coverage of Mortal Kombat 11 that I kind of put on hold for the past week or two as I tackle newer releases. We're going to kind of put that back into the main rotation of everything, okay? Now, as this week progresses, as we see how stuff goes, all right, I am going to continue to consider playing A Plague Tale. This is an indie game that came out last week, a game that a lot of people are saying is short, only around 10 to 12 hours long, but it's quite a good 10 to 12 hour ride, very entertaining, and that I should check it out. It's $40, all right, and so I am still considering doing it, but I need to see how things go this week, you know, with how, you know, contributions on streams and the like. If I can afford it, then I'm probably going to get it either this weekend or early next week, okay? And so what it'll be is it'll be A Plague Tale balanced with Team Sonic Racing and Mortal Kombat 11 for big variety over the next week or so. That'll take us out, excuse me, through the end of May and into early June. And also, next week is Ask the King. I should bring this up because now we're only about a week away. Ask the King is my bi-monthly Q&A show where I answer your questions from various sources, including posting up on my forums on thekingofhate.com, as well as my Twitter. So that show will be next week, nearing the end of the week. I would say Thursday, but I can't promise that because that's been my day off for the past few months. So let's see what happens with my schedule, but it's probably going to be either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of next week is going to be Ask the King, okay? So a mix of these three main games, Team Sonic Racing, Mortal Kombat 11, and maybe A Plague Tale if I can afford it, balanced with Ask the King next week. And of course, at the nighttime, late nights, there'll be chill streaming, including games such as Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, Minecraft, MLB The Show 19, and Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royale, okay? Heading into June, we got some exciting stuff coming up. First of all, I'm going to be scheduling in a retrospective marathon event because we hit the subscriber goal this month on the channel here. So thanks to anyone who subscribed to the channel in the month of May. You made it happen. We hit the sub goal, which is amazing. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be a whole day where basically we go back down memory lane and look at things from my 11-year history as a content creator, including gameplay, vlogging, ongoing series like DSP Tries It and Cooking with the King, game reviews, etc. And we're going to watch back this stuff for the very first time together. I'm going to react to it and let you know some behind-the-scenes commentary, criticism, etc., you know, on everything that happened during those eras of my content creating, okay? So, should be pretty fun, and I'm excited for it. That's going to be roughly the first week of June, okay? I don't want to promise you a date yet, but I'm going to aim for the first week of June, and very shortly, all right, very shortly, I'm going to be setting up a thread on my forums on thekingofhate.com by which you will be able to nominate what you want to see in this event. Okay, you're going to be able to say, oh, I want to see this playthrough. Oh, I want to see this special video or this series. I think this would be fun to watch, right? So that'll be good, and I hope that you guys will be excited for this event coming up. I love doing this event, and I've done it 3 times before, and every time I've done it, it's been very successful. So I'm looking forward to this coming up in the early June days. And of course, then we're going to have E3 coming up in June. There's actually a pretty decent amount of releases coming out around the second half of June. So, should be a good time. Okay, everybody? All right, I've now roughly covered the schedule for the next, several weeks. I hope that's a good idea, good picture in your minds of what you guys can expect, okay? Fair enough. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really have much else to talk about housekeeping-wise, news-wise, not much else going on. I'm just happy Team Sonic Racing was available because I was very worried it wasn't going to be today. It would screw up our schedule, but it looks like smooth sailing, so that's a good thing. yeah, I think that's it. I think let's just head on to the next segment of the pre-stream, which of course is the gratuitous and shameless plugs. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been a content creator for 11 years. I love doing what I do for a living. I've had to change my style and my formula up many times over the years, including, going from just having a camera to adopting direct capture, eventually adopting streaming. And then back in 2017, things had to really change because YouTube completely fell apart at the seams, losing the majority of its high-paying advertisers during the adpocalypse era. And when this happened, basically it made it completely unfeasible for people like me to make a living on YouTube. And I had to figure out what I was going to do, and I made a drastic change to become a full-time streamer. And since then, it's been history. And it's been a good time, in my opinion. I really enjoyed becoming a full-time streamer, having interactive style streams with all of you. And I think it actually has improved my content for the better. That being said, when I did that, I now primarily, rely on contributions from you guys during streams in order to keep stuff going. It really is reliant mostly on your support here on streams. And it's worked, which is great. But, I got to give a little plug segment so you guys understand the various ways that you can contribute and keep these streams going. So if you absolutely love my daily live streams where I put out, some anywhere from 6 to 10 hours of gameplay every day. If you like the on-demand videos on YouTube on DSPGaming as an archive of those streams, and you want to see it all continue, please consider contributing in one of the following methods. The first is Patreon. You can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, okay? Now, when you pledge to my Patreon, you earn personal perks dependent on how much you actually contribute to the campaign each month. All right, I'm not going to go through all the perks, but one of the ones that's in particular pretty good is the ability to get your question answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which is coming up next week. So just saying, that's one of the good things. I do the show every other month, and a lot of people get their questions answered. They get a big, elaborate answer on the show. One of the things to think about, you can get a private Q&A video made just for you, where for upwards of 20 to 30 minutes, I will just answer your questions. All right, please give it a look. Thanks to anyone who already is a contributor to my Patreon, patreon.com/darksidephil. I appreciate that, okay? I also have a Teespring shop. And on my Teespring shop, we've got many different pieces of merchandise, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, among other things. Great quality merchandise. I can attest I own a bunch of it myself. And, again, anything you buy from there helps me out, and you get a cool collectible, all right? So please consider it. Thanks to anyone who has bought something from my Teespring shop in the past. All right. Now, if you're here live on the stream, and the reason I say that is because some people watch this pre-stream on demand on YouTube. All right. If you're here live on the stream and you would like to contribute live during the stream and get a shout out for your contributions, you can absolutely do that. If you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me during today's stream. For any of those things, I will give you a live shout out. You'll have the ability to give a kind of a message that you want, if you want me to read it out or respond to it, okay? Now, I would ask that please, if you could keep it in line with the vibe of the stream, meaning don't derail the stream with things such as attempted insults on myself or others, memes from other channels. It's a big one because yesterday I was playing a game and 90% of the chat was spamming memes from other channels, and I couldn't even interact with them because they were completely disconnected from the content. Please don't do that. Politics and religion, very, very divisive topics that I'm not going to be addressing on today's stream. Okay? So, all those things, guys, please consider. When you are trying to get a shout out during the stream. It's very subjective what I say on my own stream. I have to abide by Twitch's terms of service, as well as make sure that we keep the same chill kind of vibe going. We're trying to have a drama-free session where I just have fun and enjoy games at face value, and you guys enjoy seeing my reactions, and we have cool interactions together. That's kind of the vibe we're going for, okay? Now, if, ladies and gentlemen, you would like to get extra recognition, if you look at the top of your screens, you'll see the stream stats leaderboard. This is a leaderboard that I update periodically with the top cheerer and top tipper of the stream, so that we get extra recognition to those who are the top contributors of the day. In addition, we do have a cheering leaderboard, all right, that updated during the course of yesterday. This is a leaderboard that tracks your cheering for the week, okay? And, excuse me. And so, if you do cheer today, it's automatically imbued into the interface of Twitch right there at the top of your stream chat, so you can give it a look. And it's another way to get recognition for contributions. All right. Now, what I'll say is this, everyone. Right now, behind the scenes, I'm not going through a very good time. In fact, it's a very bad time for me. Financially, things are really bad. All right, let me just put it that way. I'm not going to go into details about what's really going on. You guys don't need to hear the sordid details of the bullshit I have to go through behind the scenes. You don't want to know about that. It's my personal shit I'm going through, okay? But sadly, things are not good. I mean, it's to the point where I can't really even afford the new games. I rely on tips coming in order to buy the new games. That's the reason I was able to afford Team Sonic Racing today, is because I got some tips yesterday, all right? That being said, I really need your support right now via tipping. Tipping is the way to go if you want to help me out the most, because tips I get right away, and all of your tips have been going straight to bills, and in this case, to buying the new games, all right? So if you tip me today, it helps me more than anything else, at a very tough time right now for me. So please consider tipping me. There's 2 different ways that you can do that, all right? Number 1, you can look below the stream where there is a button that says a tip jar button you can click on, all right? If you don't see the tip jar button, you can instead type !tip into the stream chat, all right? And that'll bring up a link that you can click on to go to my PayPal tips page. All right, a few things about PayPal tipping. First of all, you can either leave your name in a message if you'd like a shout out, or you could just be anonymous. You could just put an anonymous identity up there. A lot of people don't seem to understand that you can, if you're, oh my, I'm afraid that if I contribute, someone will find out who I am and then they'll come after me. No, they won't. You can just be completely anonymous. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. It does not require the registration and creation of a PayPal account. You can just use a debit or credit card right from the PayPal tips page. There's an option for that right on there, okay? So again, the absolute best way to support me right now is to tip me during today's stream. Keep in mind, I'm not looking at gift horse in the mouth. If you cheer, or you subscribe, or you pledge to my Patreon, or anything else, it's all well appreciated. And, thank you very much to anyone who does any kind of a positive contribution. But right now, the tips are helping me tremendously. So please, if you could, contribute via that method. All right? All right. We're now out of the plugs segment. And we're now moving on to the shout-outs segment, where I give credit for those who have contributed during today's stream. Okay? Give me a moment. I'm going to blow my nose again. And then we're going to get to the shout-outs. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I did a thorough cleansing of my sinuses, and I'm hoping it stays that way, but again, getting over a cold, it's quite annoying At any moment, it might come back. And I might have to take another break. So we'll see what happens here, all right? So anyway, guys, it is now time for the shout-outs segment, where I give credit to those who have already contributed on today's stream. All right, let's go ahead and get to that. Let me scroll all the way down here on my laptop, and it looks like overnight we had several various contributions. All right, first of all, we have Golden Colts, who resubscribed to the channel for 25 straight months. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for 25 months of support, okay? Then we have Infinite55, who did a 500-bit cheer overnight. Thank you very much, Infinite55, for the 500 bits. And then Golden Colts did various cheers, 4 different ones overnight. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for the overnight support. Again, it's pretty awesome that there's people who keep me in mind overnight, all right, when I'm not even here streaming. Pretty nice. All right, so now moving on. The first person to contribute during today's live stream was Glitch Crazed, who resubbed for 2 months in a row, and he says, glad to be here for 23 months. Can't wait for Team Sonic and fun E3 coverage soon. That's right. E3 is right around the corner, as you guys know. Typically when E3 happens, I will cover the major press conferences. However, sadly this year, E3 seems to be falling apart at the seams. There's fewer press conferences. In fact, Sony has completely pulled out and said we don't need to do our press conference at E3 anymore. They basically pulled a Nintendo, who does the same thing now. So we'll see, what exactly will happen at E3. What will there be to cover? But I will be covering some of it. I'll be covering some of the press conferences, whatever happens. And typically, around E3 time, not only are there new releases that release because of E3 announcements, but then we get a good idea, a good perspective on the games coming out kind of for the rest of the year. So that should be a good thing, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, everybody? Okay. Continuing on, Rob tipped me $5. That's the first tip of the day. And he says, good news, everyone. Rocket Man is an awesome movie and more than makes up for the shockingly bad Detective Pikachu. Seriously, Elton's story told his way. So for those who are not aware, Rocket Man is a biopic movie about Elton John, the world-famous and well-renowned and respected pop music musician. Elton John, in particular, is someone who I actually like his music a lot. Over the years, he's reinvented himself multiple times in the different styles of music. Personally, though, I actually don't know much about him. I don't know much about his life story. So that sounds to me like if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you should go check out Rocket Man, per Rob's suggestion. Okay? Alrighty then. Thank you, Rob, for the first tip of the day and the support. I appreciate that. Jack Spartacus resubscribed for 26 months and said, yep. Alright, Jack, thank you for the support very much. I appreciate that. Up next, we've got Egg Gangster, who did a 50-bit cheer. He said, the last Sonic game you played was Sonic Dreams. Do you think that this game can match it, the gameplay and hotness? I mean, I don't think much, if anything, ever would match Sonic Dreams. That is definitively one of the most formative games of our generation. Anyone who plays it can never forget it, and it leaves a lasting mark for sure. Other game developers may try to match the greatness that is Sonic Dreams, but it's going to be a tall order to reach that level, okay? So all that being said, am I looking forward to Team Sonic Racing here today? Yes. Do I think it's going to be as good as Sonic Dreams? Hell no. That would be setting yourself up for disaster to actually believe that you could ever create a Sonic game as good as Sonic Dreams. So all we can hope for is a close second, right? That's the best we can hope for, is a close second. Very nice. Okay. Vote Democrat has resubscribed for 2 months in a row and 5 months total. Thank you very much, Vote Democrat. Then he actually cheered 53 bits. Okay? And I believe, yes, currently that is the top cheer of the day. Let's get Vote Democrat up on the leaderboard here. There we go. Thank you, Vote Democrat, for that. I appreciate that. Very nice. All right. Luigi Serial 64 has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Luigi Serial 64. Then we've got Mr. Papavera, who did a 50-bit cheer. Excuse me. He says, gotta go at a moderately accelerated pace. Well, alrighty then. Thank you, Mr. Papavera, for the moderately accelerated pace. Bernie Lomax tipped me $1 and is saying, do you think the next tier 3 emote could be a nasal drip emote? That would be pretty disgusting. First of all, the fact that I suffer from it is very, very fucking disgusting and annoying, and it's a reason why my colds last so long. If I didn't have post-nasal drip, I would probably shake a cold in like 2-3 days. But the post-nasal drip makes everything worse. It makes the sore throat worse. It makes the congestion and coughing more annoying. And then it makes the cold linger for like a week longer than it should because it just won't leave me alone. All right. So the answer is no. We will not have a post-nasal drip emo. It's disgusting. But thank you for the contribution. Rock Fist tipped me $2. It says, hello, Mr. DSPGaming. Hello, Rock Fist. Thank you very much for the tip. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time here today, enjoying the chill vibe. Ace did a 50-bit cheer and says, hey there, Phil. I hope everything is going well. Just wanted to let you know that I was accepted to the Peace Corps, and I won't be here for a while after February. Until then, let's enjoy the good times. Well, first of all, Ace, congratulations. Glad to hear that, you know, if you wanted to get in, which sounds like you were pretty eager to get in, you were accepted. That is very nice. If I'm to understand, the Peace Corps does a lot of traveling, don't they? Like, you're going to probably end up doing some pretty interesting world traveling there. Obviously, we're going to wish you the best, and wish you a safe journey with whatever, you know, your travels may take you when eventually you do, you know, take off next February. However, I mean, we got a long time to go. I mean, it's only May, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 more months to go before Peace Corps. So it could be a wild year, right? We'll see what happens this year. In regards to new releases and the like. But hopefully, you know, this would be pretty fun and a pretty good year for all of us, you know, here on streams. So thanks for sharing and wish you the best. And yeah, let's see what happens. Fair enough? Okay. Egg Gangster did a 50-bit cheer. I said, people keep messaging me about Bad Bunny. What are they talking about? I don't know. I know it's another streamer, and that's all I know. And we're not going to talk about that because that would be considered stream derailing, my friend. So please stop. Pizza Knickers, who is actually the name of one of the bounties in Rage 2, tipped me $1 and says, I know you like Elton John. What other kinds of movie would you make about him? What? What other kinds of movie would you make about him? What? I mean, if you're doing a biopic, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be about the life of someone. I don't know what else you mean. We'll make a fantasy movie where we pretend like he's a superhero. Okay, there you go. He defeats the forces of evil with his keyboard. I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for the tip, though. Not Rob from earlier, but someone spelling it R-A-H-B. Tipped me $2 and says, Detective Pikachu was awesome. Pikachu's story told his way. Well, listen, I did not see Detective Pikachu. However, the consensus on social media, at least, seemed to be that the story was absolutely terrible. It was completely nonsensical, unbelievable, not well written, and basically a story just there to have a placeholder story. Then in reality, what the movie really was a giant fan service to Pokemon fans. People who, you know, grew up playing the Pokemon games, that this was a way to try to make it seem like a realistic universe, okay? So, you know, I don't know how well that translates, but, you know, that's what I heard. I guess if I ever see the movie, I'll give you my opinion on it, but there you go. All right, guys, quick break. I'll be right back. I'll blow my nose. Okay, guys, I'm back again. Sorry I have to keep doing this. It's very fucking annoying, but what can you do? Okay. DSP's Rocktologist just did a dollar tip. It says, one Twitch streamer streamed for 2,000 days straight and only just took a day off. Could you pull off something similar to ensure your income and popularity on Twitch? First of all, I know exactly who you're talking about. I saw something about it on social media when it happened. This guy, in my opinion, I don't know. There's something going on here. Here's why. All right. And by the way, in no way am I criticizing this guy's work ethic, this guy's quality of stream, or anything like that. I know nothing about it. But this guy streamed for 2,000 days straight, including during and through the birth of 2 of his children. What? So let me get this straight. You had kids and you didn't think that that was more important than your stream, right? To take a day off for the birth of your child, okay? That's insane, okay? Now, for me, this is me being from my personal perspective, okay? I personally know that I have to separate my work life and my personal life because I used to mix the two all the time. It didn't work. It did work at first, and then once the toxicity of the internet invaded my life, I said, I need personal space, right? I can't have it that every day of my life is streaming. I have to have a separation, so at least once a week I can have a day off to myself to relax my mind, physically relax my body, spend time with my wife. I need that, all right? In addition, I don't have a perfect physiological setup where I don't get sick. Maybe this guy does. I don't know. I don't know anything about him, like I said. If this guy has a setup where he just never gets sick and it doesn't affect his streaming, I mean, more power to him. I wish that I could do that. You know, I've never been able to have that setup. Every once in a while, I get sick. And the thing is, like I told you guys, with my post-nasal drip, it just makes things so much worse. When I had a sore throat last week, it wasn't just a sore throat. It was an excruciatingly bad sore throat where I couldn't even talk because it felt like someone was stabbing me in the throat for a straight day. Okay? So that being said, good luck streaming when you can't even talk. But you guys noticed I was back the next day, regardless of the fact that my nose was running like a faucet. I was here. So I work as hard as I can, as much as I can. I would like to say I have a really good work ethic in that regard, that you guys know I'm here 6 days a week, and that time I'm dedicated to being here. You know what I mean? You know, my wife and I say all the time that we wish we had more time together. We want more time together, and we don't get it because I have to work so much. My goal in life is that one day I'm out of financial dire straits enough that I don't have to stream as much as I do, so I can cut down on it and have more time for my wife and do something maybe different with my life and not just have to be here all day every day. Okay? Not to say that I don't have fun streaming, but I realize this is not something that's going to last me forever. I just know that. I can't do this forever. All right. So all that being said, again, you know, congratulations to the person who streamed 2,000 straight days. But for me, that is nuts. I would never do that. I need time for myself and my family. I think that's more important than being here every single day. I think that a viewership should understand that not being here, you know, a day a week is completely acceptable. And especially if there's life-changing events like, oh, I'm getting married. Oh, you know, I need to take some time away to recoup because I'm sick, or because I just need mental recovery, or, oh, I'm having a child today, born. I think you should take a day off. I actually strongly disagree with someone who thinks that the streaming is the most important thing in their life, that they have to stream 2,000 straight days. That tells me there's some kind of a weird disconnect or disassociation with what's actually important in life, and that something's going on there. I don't know what, but something weird is going on there, okay? I'm just saying, okay? Again, no criticism of this guy and his work ethic or the quality of his streams or anything there. I don't know anything about his personal life or behind the scenes, but from an outsider's perspective of someone who's been doing content creation for 11 years, if you don't take time away, something's up, okay? So I'm just saying, even if streaming is the most positive thing on the planet and you have absolute insane amount of fun doing it, just doing it 2,000 straight days would burn me out, you know? So there you go. That's just what I'm saying. Again, you know, don't take it the wrong way. I would never be doing that. That's just crazy to me. All right. Okay. Shout out to Soup Double G, who cheered. He said, my pet frog has post-nasal drip. Feels bad. Okay, then. InDead19 did a 100-bit cheer and says, Evening, Phil. What do you think about 24/7, a.k.a. the hardcore title that was introduced on Last Raw last night? Cheers from Lithuania. I have no thoughts about it because I didn't see Raw. Would you guys... well, I guess what I should say is, one of the things that's very different about my life now, I don't watch stuff live anymore. I watch everything on demand. I don't even have television. I have Hulu to watch the WWE shows basically the day after or later. And I use WWE Network to watch the pay-per-views and or the network shows like NXT, etc. Okay? So, that being said, you know, I haven't seen Raw. I really don't know anything about it. A lot of the times I get spoiled constantly because people end up talking about it the night of or the day after, and then I end up watching it 1 or 2 days later. So I know nothing about this title. You just basically spoiled it, and I guess I'll comment on it if and when I know more about it. Okay? There you go. Alrighty. Continuing on. Sonic Ryan 9 tipped me $10. And he says, hey, Phil, I hope your day is going well, and I hope you have fun with Team Sonic Racing. And I look forward to coverage on Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Well, thank you, Sonic Ryan. First of all, thank you for that contribution. Biggest tip of the day so far. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Sonic Ryan 9, $10. And that gets us up to a total of $22 so far in tips today. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah, I am looking forward to Team Sonic Racing. I hope it's good. Like I said, it's the first arcade-style racing game I've played in quite some time. A lot of the games I played recently, like the Forza Horizon series, etc., have been very simulation-esque. And we all know I'm not a car guy. I'm not a racing guy. Okay, I'm not. Oh, look how hyper-realistic this car is that I just found. I don't care. Okay, I just don't care. You know, it doesn't really, that's not something that gets me or hooks me or has any value for me because I don't even know. I don't know the difference if it's realistic or not. Okay. But with Team Sonic Racing, Sonic the Hedgehog characters, I know them all. You know, I've played most of the Sonic games besides the ones from like the 2000s, you know. And it should be arcadey and fun. Hopefully it's a good game. We'll see. You know, only a $40 release. Again, I'm a little skeptical on how good it actually is. But we'll find out today. All right, thank you, Sonic Ryan, for the contribution. Not the guy you just banned, did a 50-bit cheer and says, fun hypothetical. If you found out Cat was at a track... All right, enough. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stop being stupid, or else you're going to get Das Boot, you idiot. Now, Mini Crows tipped me $1 and said, hey, Phil, how you keeping? Keep up the fun and positive content. Thank you very much for the $1 tip. And for that supportive message. I appreciate that. Colonel Be the Corn tipped me $1 and says, is it true you had another gout flare-up due to Italian sauce? No, it is not. My Italian sauce does not cause that, and in fact, we didn't make it with meatballs. I mean, Kat and I have made the sauce with homemade Italian meatballs before. This time we did spicy style Italian chicken sausage, and chicken does not have that effect. So no, there was nothing like that whatsoever. And Colonel B the Corn is now reacting, basically saying that was not him. That wasn't me. I think someone's trying to get you in trouble, but no. The big boy and the dig boy. No, the big boy and the dig doy. What the hell does that mean? Tip me $1 and says, what is post-nasal drip? All right. I don't really want to describe it because it's pretty disgusting. But since you asked, post-nasal drip basically means that your sinuses have an issue where you constantly have phlegm and or gooey, nasty mucus dripping down the back of your throat. It's not supposed to happen. But I have this deformity in me that it constantly goes down the back of my throat. On a normal day, it wouldn't bother me. But if I have allergies, or if my throat is irritated from maybe streaming too much, or if I have a cold like it is right now, it's disgusting. Okay? Now just think about that. If you constantly had this, all right, it would basically make you have all kinds of crazy symptoms going on that other people don't have. No other people, oh, I have a sore throat because I'm sick. Yeah, well, on top of the sore throat, you now have a river of mucus pouring down on top of it. It just irritates it even further, which means my sore throat is twice as bad as everybody else's. When I'm sick, like right now, it's been a week. I should be done with my symptoms, but because of the post-nasal drip, it continues. And I still have these annoyances, okay? So, it sucks. I hate it. It blows. It's one of the worst things about me, in my opinion, that I have to put up with. And it is what it is. There's no way to cure it. You can take a ton of decongestants. It doesn't do anything. It's debatable if surgery even helps it, because there's a lot of stories on the internet about people who had surgery and it didn't do anything. So, basically, it is what it is, alright? I have it. I suffer from it. By the way, I've had it my entire life. And it's funny because people still complain about it to this day on streams. It's like, dude, I've been making content for 11 years, and people complaining about it, it's a moot point at this point. You have to expect that I'm going to be suffering from it, okay? Okay. So let's continue on. Shadow Steve cheered. He says, would you like more Batman Arkham Asylum games from Rocksteady, or are you satisfied with the trilogy and you don't want any more? I'm satisfied. I would like to see Rocksteady make a different game. All right, and I think they are. I think that's actually what they've announced is they are indeed making other games. But yeah, I think the Arkham trilogy is as good as it's going to get. You know, they did a great job, great polish, great amount of content. I'd like to see something different from Rocksteady at this point. Okay. Egg Gangster cheered. And no, I'm not going to read your message, but thank you for the cheer. Sausage Loves Mash tipped me $3 and says, hey, Phil, two things. First of all, in Sonic Racing, you can use your in-game cash only to open loot crates to customize your car faster and look cooler. Also, how do you think about Brock climbing the ladder? I want him to do a somersault off the top of the ladder. Well, I guess we'll see how these loot crates, the upgrade stuff, affect stuff in the game. Loot crates. We all love loot crates. It's our favorite part about modern gaming is these randomized loot crates, right? We love it. We all love them. So, there you go. As for Brock, I already gave my full opinion on Brock Lesnar the other day. I'm not really going to go into it today on today's stream, but everyone knows I don't like the fact that he keeps constantly getting the top push in WWE. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve the money he's getting paid. He doesn't add anything to the shows. He's not a draw. Despite what Vince thinks in his senility, because that's exactly what it is at this point. He's become fucking senile. He's going to run the company into the ground if he keeps this shit up. He really is. Because no one wants to see Brock Lesnar with Money in the Bank. No one wants to see him become the champion again. We're tired of it. We just had a major WrestleMania program where Seth Rollins overcame it, and we're like, it's finally behind us, and then they fucking do it again. They just never, Vince never gives up. It's so fucking stupid, okay? So enough is enough. There you go. Ben Tatership did a 100-bit cheer. He says, can you please post a recipe for your sauce? I'm having a barbecue next week, and I'd like to bring meatballs. Well, I'm not going to do it anytime soon. Years ago, I did do some videos of me making the sauce, but I did not reveal all the steps. I only did a few basic videos of it. Maybe one day I will do it again. But I have no plans on doing it. As I've tried to tell you guys, separating my personal life from my work life has been an amazing thing. The fact that I don't have to film and share every possible fucking thing that I do has been a very large positive for me. And, it is what it is. So, no, I'm in no rush to go film myself making sauce and doing all this. I think that eventually maybe I will document it officially with the steps and everything, but not for now, okay? Mine Crows tipped me $1 and says, would you ever do a RuneScape stream? I think RuneScape is an MMO, so just by default, I'm going to say no. But, you shouldn't rule anything out. At one point, I would have said, no, I would never play Minecraft, or no, I would never do a very Japanese-centric JRPG like Persona, or, no, I would never, all the things I've done over the years that I've tried out. No, I would never do streams just for the sake of interacting with you guys. It's all about the gameplay, right? No, I mean, how things have changed, So, I try to keep it more open mind now. DSP's Rocktologist tipped me $1. It says, what was the last time you visited the cinema? The new Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is behind the doors, and I don't want you to miss it. Can you do a fundraiser to see it? We'd love to discuss movies from Fat Pervert from Video Rental with you. What the fuck are you talking about? What does that mean? Anyway, to answer the question, no, I'm not going to see the new Quentin Tarantino movie in theaters. The last time that I can even remember that I was in theaters, I think it was for Spider-Man. I think it was Spider-Man Homecoming. That I saw with Kat, actually. That was 2 years ago when we were dating. This year we may see 1 or 2 movies. We're thinking about Lion King as well as Toy Story 4. And there was another one, too. I think it was like Secret Life of Pets 2 or something like that. There's a few movies we're considering seeing. But the bottom line is movies are very expensive. And it's few and far between when we do go. And, you know, we like to do other stuff, too. You know, you go to the movies, you're trying like using half of a day up when we could be doing other stuff. So, we'll see. I'll let you, you know, I'm not going to see a Tarantino movie, though. B-Boy Cyclone has subbed for 31 months in a row. Says, Phil, what's up? Looking forward to you one day playing Final Fantasy IX or re-uploading the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough. Cheers, bro. Very much looking like Final Fantasy IX is probably going to happen this summer. Once I get further into and hopefully complete Phoenix Wright. It looks like that's when it's going to happen, okay? Egg Gangster cheered and said, why don't you play MMOs? RuneScape is amazing. Because MMOs are way open to trolling. People can easily find a way to harass you and make it so you can't progress. In addition, MMOs are a very large time grind, of which I usually don't have. If there was an MMO that was an exception to both of these rules, maybe I would consider it. Or if the time grind was something that could be like a chill stream that wasn't so time consuming to even, or not so attention grabbing that maybe I could interact with my viewers a lot, then maybe I would consider it, okay? But for now, it just doesn't seem like it's in the cards. You know, I tried to play World of Warcraft a few years ago. It was a horrendous waste of time with the amount of trolling that happened, and basically there's no way to prevent trolling in those games, you know? So, it is what it is. Okay? Alright, guys, so I think I've done all the shoutouts now. Let's actually upgrade. Let's actually check on sub count. We're up to 519 subs. Let's update that. Thank you guys for the support. Pretty awesome that we hit the sub goal and now we're actually increasing subs. Pretty amazing. Reminder, the best way to be supportive today is to tip me. Tipping me helps me more than anything else right now with the financial troubles I'm going through. There's 2 ways to tip. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat to bring up the link. You can tip anonymously if you so choose, and you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. So please, that's the best preferred way of support. I appreciate any support, whether it's Patreon, Teespring, cheering, subbing, or tipping, but tipping helps me more than anything right now, so please consider it, okay? All right, shout out to King Zillas, who has subscribed to the channel for 2 months in a row. Thank you very much for that. All right, guys. That is it for the pre-stream. Let's end it very briefly. I'll probably blow my nose again. And then we will jump into Team Sonic Racing and see what the game entails and see what it's got for us. What's in store, right? Okay, thank you. I'll be back shortly, everyone. And see ya in a moment.